Alright. Hello, Dark Prime. Welcome in. So, yes, we're here for Pokemon cards. I I bought some classic Pokemon cards the other day, and it was an interesting sale. So how that went down, I went to Facebook Marketplace, which already was sketchy enough, and I found somebody selling basically their whole classic collection. Uh, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy X2, Final Fantasy X-2. Okay. uh, Never really got into the whole Final Fantasy series. I played Tactics Advanced like a long time ago, and I got so attached to the characters that when I got to the portion with the places where the characters could actually die, I just stopped playing because I didn't want to kill any of my characters. But yeah, these Pokemon cards I bought them off of Facebook Marketplace. The seller was just selling basically his childhood collection, and he packaged them in an interesting way and was also selling them for pretty cheap considering what they are. So I'm concerned that I might be getting scammed here, thus the title on the stream. But yeah, he packaged them in this interesting way where I have basically this. A pile of cards wrapped in saran wrap. I have 4 of these. There's about 100 cards per package, he said. And no energies is this is all according to him. I haven't opened these up yet. I don't know what's in these except for the bottom card. So yeah, no energies, just Pokemon trainers, items, things of that nature. And he also guaranteed at least 1 holo per pack. So yeah, I've got 4 of these. One of them is significantly better packed than the others, and I'm gonna save that one for last. But yeah, I have these 4 saran wrapped packs of old Pokemon cards from the pictures I saw before I bought it. This is anything from base set to Neo Destiny, which to kind of help me along and help us along as we go through these. I have let me pull this up real quick. I have my my website up here, so I can see, okay, what set does this belong to. And then I also have another tab up here for, hey, if something looks particularly valuable, let's see what it's worth. So we'll be referencing this from time to time. But for now, since he guaranteed a holo, at least 1 holo per pack, I don't know how many holos, and I don't know how he packaged them. I'm going to assume that he just tacked it onto the back, and this last card at least is a holo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, unwrap this. And then, since I know what the bottom card is, I'm going to reveal that one first. I'm going to take the top few cards from the deck and put it on the bottom, because I think maybe if there's holos, they'll be there. And we'll go from there. Oh my god, I cannot get this out of the saran wrap. Okay. So, the bottom card. Take the top 3 cards. I'm going to leave the stack here. Here's that bottom card that I know what it is. And I guess we can go ahead and get started. I have, yeah, four of these packs of about 100 cards each, so that's equivalent to about 40 booster packs worth of cards. And we're gonna go ahead and start with this light Ledian. Let's see. So this one, and I referenced my Symbols website right in front of me here. This is from Neo Destiny. Okay. Where should I put these? Put them over here. And put them over here. Right. Teddiursa. Teddiursa is from... That's a lot more recent of one. What's this Teddiursa from? What is that symbol? That symbol is... What is that symbol? Can we see that symbol? Am I in focus enough? I'm just missing this here. Here, let me pull this up again real quick so we can... Okay. What gen is Teddiursa anyway? That's Gen 2, isn't it? Why can't I find this symbol? Oh, there it is. It's from Darkness Ablaze. That's far more recent a set than I thought. Okay. Back to cards. We have a Relicanth. That one's from the same set, Darkness Ablaze. Panpour. Looks like we're getting a lot of Darkness Ablaze in this set. Well, early on anyway. Gothita. Top 5 cards of your opponent's deck, put them back in any order. Okay. Shelmet. Vanillite. Yeah, just based on that light Ledian being at the bottom there and seeing the that original card, the Neo Destiny, I was expecting all of these to be a lot older. These are at least relatively recent compared to that. We've got Ariados. Yeah, everything since that light Ledian at the beginning has been Darkness Ablaze. Flaffy. Zweilous. Furret. Galarian Darumaka. Yeah, these are recent enough that we have Galarian Pokemon in here. Jigglypuff. Take a quick break here to see if I have this Ninetales that just popped up. Don't. Okay. Trapinch. Oh, that's a neat card. The art on there, it's a crochet Trapinch. It's pretty cool. Staravia. Simisear. Rookidee. Another Teddy Ursa. Simi-Sage. We're going to get a Simi-Poor in here as well. Ooh. Dialga from the Celebration set. Okay. I guess we're out of Darkness Ablaze for now. The Dialga is also a holo. I don't know how well that comes through on the camera. Set that one off to the side here. Squovit, back to Darkness Ablaze. There's a Panpour. Another Shelmet. Ducklet. Another Trapinch. Jigglypuff. Gothita. Skarmory. Oh, Skarmory's actually a common card. Interesting. Cubchoo. This is a very trippy Bunnelby. What does this do? 20 damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile that has this attack. So if you discard a bunch of Bunnelby and then use this attack. Interesting. Here's an item card. Billowing Smoke. What does this do? Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon. That player discards any prize cards they would take for that knockout instead of putting those cards in their hand. Interesting. Tauros. Wishy-Washy. Doug Trio. Dino. Goes well with the Zweilous from earlier. Gothorita. Goes with the Gothita from earlier. Another Cubchoo. Vibrava. For those Trapinch. Torchic. Love me a Torchic. Pierce. Marini. Oh, one of those trippy art ones, too. Glimwood Tangle. Once during each player's turn, after that player flips any coins for their attack, they may ignore all results of those coin flips and begin flipping those coins again. Huh. Interesting. Lunatone. Golett. Hippopotas. Going through these quite a bit faster than I expected to be, but I also expected them to all be older than this. Flaffy. So early going here, it is looking like I may have gotten a little bit scammed. Larvesta. Geonotic. At the very least, I was misled by the bottom cards all being older cards. Big Parasol. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon. Damage is not in effect. Has to specify that damage is not in effect. Staravia. Nickit. Dunsparce. Kind of ironically a common card. Dunsparce are supposed to be rare, and here it is, a common card. Let's see. If this Pokemon is knocked out of play by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Grimer. Galarian Mr. Mime. Not at all creepy. And another Torchic. And a Combustion to go with it. I doubt that I'll see a Blaziken in here. I did already get the Dialga that probably counts as the holo for this stack. Simisear. Struggle Gloves. Sound like something for me. The Pokemon in this card is attached to has weakness to your opponent's active Pokemon type. Its attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. It's cool. Vanillish. Cosmog. This is also from Celebrations and also is a holo. I think everything in Celebrations is a holo. Teddiursa. Vanillite. Pansage. Marini. Parasect. A Meltan. Carablast. This is one of those flip a coin until you get Tails attacks. Potential for infinite damage. Dartrix. Clang. Hey, Clink to go with the Clang. Electrike. Another Clink. Aaron. Just now noticing some of these cards have a bit of a bend to them. I'd care about that more if these were as old of cards as I was expecting. Jigglypuff. Teddiursa. Rookidee. Another Galarian Mr. Mime. Lyron. Lunatone. Dino again. Skitty is the first Skitty we've seen. Let's draw a power. Search your deck for an energy card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. Another Galarian Mr. Mime. Yeah. Yellhorn. Both active Pokemon are now confused. Relicanth. Skarmory. Relicanth again. Diglett. Jigglypuff. Ursaring. That's good to go with the Teddy Ursas that I got. Toxel. Gothorita. And Gothita to go with it. Corvisquire. Fletchinder. I haven't seen one of those yet. Struggle Gloves again. Grimer. Larvitar. Larvitar looking like he got caught doing something bad. Or is just very confused by that flower. Shelmet. Voltorb. Ferroseed. Execute. Swoobat. Have a rare fossil. Play this card as if it were a 70 HP basic Pokemon. At any time during your turn, you may discard this card from play. And another Rookidee. Last card from this stack is a Paris. And yeah, all of them are from that same Darkness Ablaze set. Everything except the Light Ledian that was the card at the bottom. Like, that was what I saw, and that basically made me pick up this pack. So, definitely feel like I got scammed a little here. Yeah, set those over there. These as well. Alright, I guess next set. If I can get this saran wrap off, that is. Alright, given that the last one, those couple of hollows were a celebration set and in the middle of things, I don't care about taking off the the top couple of cards this time. But the card that I saw that made me grab this was this Cyndaquil. This Cyndaquil also from the Neo Destiny set. So I guess we'll see if the rest of the cards follow the same thing as that last one did, and they're all from a much newer set. Put the Cyndaquil up there. We'll start with a Milcery, and this one is from... That's Brilliant Stars. So I guess this deck is going to be Brilliant Stars, which is, you know, 3 sets ago. More new cards. I thought I was opening some, getting some classic cards, but guess not. Starly. It's okay, Brilliant Stars is a good enough set. Spiritomb. Starmie. Dusclops. Baltoy. Minccino. Yeah, I should have been much more skeptical. One, with the price that these were at, and two, with just... They're still pretty good quality. Like, even though I can't go through them and see that, like, I can see the edges of these. Like, nothing seems to be beat up at all. Like, they're good enough quality that I should have assumed, hey, these are a lot newer than I'm being led to believe here. So, anyway, Chimchar. It's on me for getting scammed. And cards are cards. Brava. Choice Belt. Riolu. Claydol. Dedenne. Skiploom. Oh yeah, this one isn't a Brilliant Stars. This one is, this one's Evolving Skies. I mean, still far more recent than I was led to believe, but yeah, Evolving Skies is at least a couple of sets older. Raihan, also Evolving Skies. Okay, so we're getting some Evolving Skies in here. Tentacool. Hoppip. Dino. Fletchinder. Different Fletchinder than the one that we got earlier. Mareep. Bagon. Love Disc. C-Dot. Okay, Celebrations Grookey. It's got a foil to it, so I guess this is one of the guaranteed hollows of this stack. And we're back to Brilliant Stars with this Baltoy. Cherubi. This Beldum. This Beldum is from Vivid Voltage. Weedle, also Vivid Voltage. So yeah, everything I'm getting is Sword and Shield sets. And here I was expecting base set through Neo Destiny. See, Sandile. Still in Vivid Voltage. It's Riolu. Vivid Voltage Riolu. Swellow. Nessa. Pyroar. We're back into Evolving Skies with this Pyroar. And Magcargo is a Vivid Voltage. Rufflet's Evolving Skies. Roggenrola. Wobbuffet. Mudkip. This is a Fusion Strike set Mudkip. Sarina. This is going back to the Darkness Ablaze ones before. Alistair from Vivid Voltage. Shuppet. Shroomish. This is back to Brilliant Stars. Grottle. Cubchoo. Lapras. Yeah, this one's, it's not hollow, but it's at least a rare. Piplup. Another one that's, again, not hollow, but at least a rare, this Electivire. Duskull. Trapinch. Purloin. Grimer. Hisuian Sneasler. Here's a hollow from Astral Radiance. Yeah, that's Astral Radiance. Shinchino, back to Brilliant Stars. Team Yell's Cheer. Friend and Galler. Crabrawler. A Chilling Rain card? Chilling Rain card. Nose Pass, we're back in Brilliant Stars. This one is back to Darkness Ablaze for the Toxapex. Cubchoo back in Brilliant Stars. Milcery. Nose Pass. Choice Belt. Luxio. Pachirisu. Sobble from Chilling Rain. Clobopus from Vivid Voltage. Crabrawler again from Chilling Reign. Oshawott from Celebrations. C-Dot from Vivid Voltage. Sandile Vivid Voltage. Yeah, I really did get scammed. Mudbray. Zweilous. This one is Evolving Skies. Slackoff. Still Evolving Skies. Pumpkaboo. Togetic. This one is an Astral Radiance. More Astral Radiance. Bergmite. Dartrix. Drift Blim. Togepi. Chatot. Magnemite. And Sudowoodo. Okay, that stat can go over here. All right. Next. I should update the stream title here. Just gonna update the stream title as so it doesn't say classic cards. If anyone comes in here looking for classic cards and I'm showing Astral Radiance, just gonna update it to say I got scammed. Okay. Maybe I should leave the card that I saw for last, so there's at least something to look forward to. But nah. Here is the Dratini that brought me to this one. And I need to catch this Dreepy. Okay. So, yeah. Neo Destiny Dratini brought me to this stack. We'll see what's actually in it. Starting with, okay, we've got more Darkness Ablaze with a Soul Rock. A Fletchling, goes with that Fletchinder from earlier. Q-Fent. Doug Trio. Billowing Smoke. Grimer. Clink. Ducklet. Mareep. Reverse Hollow on a Heavy Ball. And this is Astral Radiance. And I'll stick that over here. Trippy Bunnelby. Beauty. This is Vivid Voltage. Riolu. Another Vivid Voltage one. Whismer. Dusclops. Winden Stadium. Whenever either player plays a VMAX from their hand to evolve a V during their turn, heal 100 damage from that Pokemon. Okay. Mareep, we're back to Darkness Ablaze. Flaffy, to go with that Mareep that we just pulled. Electrike. Cubchoo. Pick-a-Peck. Blitzel. Back-to-back Blitzels. Clobbopus. Choodle. Mightyena. Oh, Mightyena was a Vivid Voltage as well. And this Mimikyu. Ooh. Heal Gemming. Opponent's bench Pokemon can't be healed. That's interesting. Also, we're back to Darkness Blaze with this one. Vanillux. It's at least rare. And goes with the other two ice cream cones we got earlier. Serena. Serena is also a rare. And back-to-back of that, Diggersby is also marked as a rare. Thievul. 4 in a row that are marked as rares, but still disappointing that they're as recent as Darkness Ablaze. Hydreigon. Another one that's rare and goes with the Dino and Zweilous that we got earlier. Muck. Okay, so this stack is just full of rares right now, it seems. Delcatty. And back to the commons with the Trippy Bunnelby. Turbo Patch. What is this? Flip a coin. If heads, attach basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your basic Pokemon that isn't a GX. Hippowdon. Another one that's marked as a rare. Vibrava. Cool if we could get a Flygon out of this, but I have my doubts. Hippopotas. Golett. Morlo, Marini, Relicanth, Rowlet, Fletchinder, Pansear. Never did get a Simipour. We got the Simisage and Simisear, but we didn't get a Simipour. Torchic. I do like this card where it's one of, in these styles of cards where it's like the clay figure photo in the real world. Paris. Another Relicanth. Combuskin. Wimpod. Marini. Larvesta. Zubstrika here is Vivid Voltage. Been in Darkness Ablaze for so long. We're back to Vivid Voltage. Here's another one of those, clay ones pictured in the real world, this Tailo. Mudbray. Phanpy. Golett. Back to Darkness Ablaze with that. Taurus. Snubble. Mareep. Another Pansear. Dino. Pupitar. No chance we have a Tyranitar in there. Spikemuth. Whenever a player's active Pokemon moves to the bench during their turn, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Skitty. Spinarak. Lyron. Lunala. This is Celebrations Hollow. Aaron. Back to Darkness Ablaze. Torchic. Poltegeist. It's really just an uncommon? Goes well with that Sinistee. Gothita. Familiar Bell. Search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as a Pokemon in your discard pile. Reveal it, put it into your hand. Willis. Dino. Passimian. Electrike. Panpour. Still don't have that Simipour. Bounce-Sweet. Ducklet. Jigglypuff. Kabu. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If your active Pokemon is your only Pokemon in play, draw 8 cards instead. Pupitar. Ah, that Rocket Evolution. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it into your put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. You can just straight up use this move to evolve into a Tyranitar, assuming you have one in your deck. Morlul. Old PC. Flip 2 coins, if both are heads, put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Vanillite. Wishy-washy. Rowlet. Galarian Mr. Mime. Familiar Bell. Simisage. Still don't have that Simipour. Larvitar. Simisear. Rare Fossil. Another Simisage. And it's just taunting me with everything but the Simipour. Vanillish. And Clang. So, one more stack of cards to go through here. And then for, let me get a quick drink here. For this stack, the card that made me pick it up was this Venonat from the Jungle set. The Jungle set was literally the second set, so this was the oldest card that I saw while I was looking at these packs. Yeah. So this whole thing has been just like a big bait and switch on me, where they put one classic card on the top of the stack, like, hey, look, here's a classic card. Everything in here might be classic, and then everything has been no earlier than Darkness Ablaze. So, yep, I got scammed, but hey, cards are cards. So we got a Cutiefly from Evolving Skies. Eevee. I just put this Eevee here. Put this Eevee with this Eevee. Psyduck. Time Pull. Do a quick Poke Catch. Mareep. Wobbuffet. Love Disc. Chinchou. Eevee. Boldore. Floette. Pikachu. This, what is that symbol? Okay, so this one is from Hidden Fates. So that's a set we haven't seen yet, Hidden Fates. Staryu, also Hidden Fates. Clefairy. Slowpoke. Bergmite. Back to Evolving Skies. Roggenrola. Flabébé. Hypno. All glory to the Hypnotoad. Vigoroth. Lombre. Emolga. Emolga looks very concerned. Slack off. So I just have to pull this back up with Smack and Slack. This Pokemon is now asleep, so you attack and then you fall asleep immediately. That's a very slack off thing to do. It's basically putting Truant into the card game here. You have Gossifleur. Skiploom. Gourgeist. It says it's a rare. I think I got a Pumpkaboo earlier, so that works. Roggenrola. Rufflet. Dwebble. Nickit. Hippo. Seedot. Different Pikachu. This is the Evolving Skies Pikachu. Tentacool. Fledgling. Hitmonchan. Chinchou. Woobat. Goes good with the Swoobat that I had earlier. Seedot again. Swablu. I'm gonna get Scarlet or Violet. I am going Violet. Psyduck. I am going Violet only because when they showed off the legendaries and riding on them in the open, I thought it was ridiculous with Koraidon running with legs when it has wheels. Just like, this looks too ridiculous. This is too silly. I'm going with the one that actually uses its wheels. Roggenrola. Fletchinder. Skiploom. Boldor. Vigoroth. Scraggy. Everything here's been from Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is a good set. Litleo. Evolving Skies is also kinda hard to find, just because it was the new set once the Pokemon trading card game kind of had its resurgence. Chinchou. So, yeah, I'm okay with getting Evolving Skies stuff. Dino. But, yeah, again, it was hidden behind this jungle set Venonat. So, this whole thing has just been a big bait and switch on me. Like, hey, here's classic cards. Psych, here's Evolving Skies and things from Sword and Shield on. Hoppip. Lotad. Swoobat. Go with that Woobat from earlier. Seedot. Teddiursa. He's so cute. Vigoroth. Pyroar. Applin. Haven't seen one of these yet. Cutiefly. Timepole. Pikachu. Voltorb. Melodic. That's a rare. I do want to pull this Voltorb back up and just like appreciate this art. That's out of focus. That is some good art. That's all. Just wanted to appreciate that. We have a Tropius. And also said it was a rare. We have Wishy-Washy that also says it's a rare. Gourgeist. Stoutland. Big old mustache dog. Thievul. Yeah, this has been a stretch of rare cards. No hollows, though. Not yet in this stack. Appleton goes with that Applin from earlier. And another rare card. Lilligant. Shiftry. Still in that stretch of cards listed as rare. We have an Altaria. Also rare. With the star down at the bottom here. I do see one card coming up that has a bit of damage on the corner. I wonder if that's anything special. Another Stoutland. Pinsir. Again, another one that says it's rare. Ampharos. Drampa. It's a really trippy Drampa. It's probably the same artist as that Bunnelby from earlier. Smeargle. We're still in that stretch of rares. Lilligant. Gigalith. Another Stoutland. Here's the card that has a bit of damage on the corner here. It is a Houndoom. What set is that? What is that symbol? That's not it. Can I find what that symbol is? Let's get up there. Is it over here? Am I blind? Where is it? Why can I not find this symbol? Not that, it's not that. Okay. Switching this on so that, I just noticed I think this one's also a hollow. But, let's find this symbol. Zoom in a little there. That's a lottle. Okay. So, it wasn't any of those. It's not Astral Radiance. Oh, there it is. It's Plasma Blast. That's what that one is. Okay. So, let's go back to over here. So yeah, that symbol is Plasma Blast. And this is... It's subtle, but it's a hollow. That one goes up there. It does have, yeah, as I noted before, it's got that damage around the corners. Damage all around the edges, so that's definitely going to bring value of that one down a little bit. But, hey, there's something at least decently old in here. Okay. Before we go on, Wild Pumpkaboo appears. Try to catch that, and we move on to another Tropius. That is another rare one. We have Milotic. Thievul. Yeah, all these have been rare cards for a while. Potion. An old potion. A little bit of damage on that corner. There's that symbol. Okay. Now we gotta find that symbol. That looks like. That one? No, it's not quite that one. I shouldn't be looking so deeply into just a potion card, but I still want to know what set this is from. There it is. It's from Evolutions. It's a November 2016 set. Okay. So it's a relatively old potion. Same set, we have Professor Oak's Hint. And back to Evolving Skies, we have the rare Ampharos. A Victory Bell from Battle Styles. Another rare. Another Appleton from Evolving Skies. Ampharos. Drampa. The Trippy Drampa. Smeargle. Pinsir. Gigalith. Sharpedo. Stoutland. Still in that rare stretch, too. Everything here has been rare. Altaria. Another Ampharos. Lilligant. Melodic. Another Appleton. And last card is Morpeko, a common. Morpeko from a different set. What is this set? This is Shining Fates. Okay. So this one had a couple of relatively older cards. The couple of item cards. That potion. The Professor Oak's Hint. This Houndoom. I'm going to see with this Houndoom. There it is. So yeah, this Houndoom, the face of it looks pretty good. The back of it, however, not so much. There's definitely some damage to the edges. This is, I don't know, like at best this might be a 7, which let me flip over to here. This card, Uh, ungraded, it's about a $3 card. If it's a 7, it's $15.50, which at best, like the face of it looks pretty good. Looks well centered. Looks well kept from this side. It's not really bent. I don't see any bending on it, but these edges are damaged enough that it could be all the way down at a 7. If it's an 8, though, 27.25. So, this card could be worth a little something here. Back to there. So, yeah. Houndoom is definitely the best pull from this. But yeah, I did very much get a bait and switch there, where, yep, here's this Jungle Venonat on the top of the stack of a bunch of Shining Fates, or not Shining Fates, Evolving Skies, or here's this Cyndaquil on top of all of these Brilliant Stars and Chilling Rain and Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage. Like, I got bait and switched hard on that. The other one, this Light Ledian that was on top of one of those stacks that made me grab that stack. Let me pull up that one here. So, if I come over here, this Light Ledian, if this one is graded well, like at a grade 7, this is a $30 card, which I'm taking a close look here. There's not as much damage around the edges on this one as there is on that Houndoom. Just like one little spot at the top there that I can see. No bending to it. Like, this is a pretty well kept card. I could see this being at least an 8, maybe a 9. If it's a 9, then that's a $44 card, which that was why I picked up this pack to begin with. But yeah, for the most part, I got scammed here. But hey, Evolving Skies is a good set, and having more cards, I can never complain about that. So, yeah, overall, I got a couple of pretty decent things from it. That just those couple of cards alone could have been sold for the amount that I paid for all of this. But yeah, I think I'm just going to end here rather than switch to another game, because I am a little bit bummed about being scammed. But hey, still got to go through some Pokemon cards, still got to experience card pulls, basically. Didn't have to struggle opening booster packs. But yeah, I'm just gonna end here this time, and tomorrow I will be on with I don't know. Figure it out then. Play it by ear. But I will be back on tomorrow with some game, maybe more near. But until then, bye.